Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage representatives from Circle.
Hi, everyone. I'm Caroline, getting used to the sound of the mic, and this is my colleague, Sandra. At Circle, our mission goes beyond building financial products. It's about reshaping how value moves globally. We are building a world where the friction of money movement is gone. Just like information flows instantly and easily over the internet, we believe money should too. It's not just a technical vision. It's about unlocking economic participation for people everywhere, especially in regions where traditional finance hasn't worked. How do we do this? A stablecoin, which is a type of digital currency designed to hold a steady value pegged to a national currency like the US dollar. Think of it as a digital version of a dollar, but one that moves at internet speed, 24/7, and without the friction of traditional banks. Whether it's enabling a business in Nairobi to pay a supplier in Bogota, or helping families in remote areas send money more affordably, our goal is simple: to raise global economic prosperity through an open financial system. To understand how stablecoins are transforming the current financial system, it helps to start with one simple question. What if money moved as easily as an email? The reality is that our current financial plumbing is outdated. The movement of value should be instant, global, and programmable. In our current financial system, cross-border payments takes days and cost too much. Even domestic transfers can be slow, opaque, and expensive. Businesses frequently have to hold multiple bank accounts, work with numerous intermediaries, and have challenges around liquidity management. And money movements are still analog, not reflecting the advancements we have made with the internet. This system hurts millions of people, challenges small and medium-sized businesses, and even large multinational corporations. Digital dollars like USDC that run on permissionless blockchains enable an upgrade to the financial infrastructure. You can think of it as moving from analog wires to digital highways. Transactions can settle in seconds, not days. Funds can be sent globally without needing a bank in every country. And it is programmable, something that Sandra will show you in a few minutes. But programmable money means money that can execute on a predefined rules or logic automatically, like setting conditions for when contracts are settled, how to make payroll, and this is able to move instantly, securely, and without intermediaries. So you can enable milestone-backed funding or build complex financial applications. Imagine this unlock with AI. All of these aspects of stablecoins unlock entirely new models for commerce, aid, and inclusion. USDC, the stablecoin that Circle issues, has grown into one of the most widely used and most trusted digital dollars in the world. Today, it is circulating in over 185 countries, across more than 20 different blockchains, and with over 61 billion in issuance. Since its launch in 2018, USDC has bridged over $850 billion between traditional banking systems and blockchain networks. Recently, USDC was used in over $1 trillion of transactions in just one single month. This scale allows for a robust and mainstream user base. Through partnerships with digital assets exchanges, banks, and wallet providers, USDC is accessible to more than 500 million end-user wallet products, supporting a range of use cases. What sets Circle apart in this area is our deep, deep commitment to transparency and compliance. For every digital dollar of USDC that exists on a permissionless blockchain, we hold $1 in reserve. USDC reserves are 100% backed by cash, short-term US Treasuries, with daily reporting from BlackRock and monthly attestations from a Big Four accounting firm. That level of transparency and assurance has helped make USDC a preferred choice for institutions and individuals alike. Circle operates under numerous licenses across the US, Europe, Singapore, Bermuda, and beyond. And USDC is issued through regulated entities that comply with local financial laws, including money transmission, e-money, and digital asset business licenses. This sets it apart from unregulated or offshore stablecoins. The use cases of USDC go far beyond crypto trading. We are seeing USDC power real-world solutions in payroll, remittances, and international commerce. Startups are using it to pay gig workers in countries with volatile currencies. NGOs are using it to distribute aid more transparently. Developers are using it as a building block for financial applications that don't rely on traditional banks. Whether it's a decentralized finance protocol in Europe, a fintech in Africa, or a global enterprise expanding into digital commerce, USDC is being used as a reliable, real-time medium of exchange, one that functions 24/7, across borders, and without friction. And to give you an example of that, one of the most impactful examples of this technology is our partnership with the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR. Together, we launched a program to deliver humanitarian assistance using USDC to displaced Ukrainians. And instead of the UN having to rely on slow, cash-based systems, aid was distributed to recipients' mobile wallets in the form of digital dollars almost instantly. This gave Ukrainians access to immediate access to use funds that they could convert or hold securely without needing a bank account or even a fixed address. For recipients, this meant faster aid. For UNHCR, it meant more traceability, more efficiency, and lower risk. It's a powerful example of how regulated stablecoins can serve both economic inclusion and humanitarian goals, reaching people where they need it the most.
Thanks, Caroline. So, moving money fast, almost instant, low-cost payouts is a great thing, but sometimes I think the demos that we do can be a bit beyond the regular ways people can think about money. So actually we're going to do a demo here, and we've had a little bit of technical issues, so we'll actually play a video instead on a real-world example that highlights a pain point in today's job market, which I think everyone can relate to. There's been a study done by the Zero Hash and Lightspark team, and they released a report that's saying that the freelance and gig economy has actually seen this explosive growth in recent years. And it encompasses about 1.5 billion freelancers worldwide today, which is nearly 47% of the global workforce. And this sector is actually growing about 15 times faster than the traditional job market, if you think about it. And it generated back in 2021, when the study was published, $5.4 trillion in revenue. And that's pretty impactful. So the demo here we're going to show is a smart contract platform on a user interface that's built by our developer relations team. And it'll show how Circle's robust stablecoin that you just seen, USDC, interacts with an AI agent, and this demo is going to show OpenAI agent specifically. And it's going to form this trustless, efficient escrow service, right? That money that's actually held in trusted space for participants in this gig economy. Sorry if there's some feedback on this thing. So this solution will show what under the hood, how to spotlight Circle's technology stack, and in this case, OpenAI. Video is already playing. You see an agreement that's actually a PDF being uploaded to this platform. You see the code from the AI agent, OpenAI, verifying this transaction. The contract terms are now ingested by the AI agent. And you see that the smart contract, which is basically a function that's created to verify again that this is happening on the back end. You see under the hood that Circle's SDK is calling this function. And now you see that the amount issued. There needs to be no back and forth. They're going to actually look at the contract terms, submit that work, which will be again reviewed and verified by the OpenAI agent. In this case, it's a beautiful drawing of a soda pop, Sparkle Fizz for this demo. The SDK actually starts releasing the function of checking and releasing the funds, and now it's approved and the payment is already made. You can see the balance being verified. The $10 that was deposited in the escrow is now deposited right into the freelancer's account. So again, I know that video was pretty fast and we were hoping to actually pause a bit to give you walk step by step in the process. But let me again break it down into what you've just watched in that video, right? Like the first question would be like, what is the main goal of this AI-powered escrow app? And it's really to create a secure, efficient, automated escrow system, and it facilitates that instant low-cost payout between the client and the freelancer. So again, there doesn't need to be all these multiple meetings, the verification that's manually done, and with USDC as the stablecoin for the transaction, this app actually addresses this common pain point in the gig economy, saying payments are made too slowly, and it resolves this issue of delayed payments and trust issues between the client and the gig worker. The second question you might have had while watching this demo was, how does the app actually utilize the AI in the payment process? And it's really on the two critical areas where you've watched going really fast, because again, this demo is to highlight the fact that you don't need to spend much time since the AI agent is working on your behalf. And it's very much one, again, when the client issued the work, it was the contract analysis, that written agreement in PDF form that was uploaded and analyzed by OpenAI with the deliverables, the payment terms, the deadlines, and it converted into that structured format that was suitable for the smart contract function to perform. And then, of course, the second part was to validate that work once the freelancer picked up the work and submitted the pop image, the soda pop image. An AI agent was again, able to verify the work and then initiate the SDK call so that the payment can be made from the smart contract platform. The third part might be again like, okay, that's great. We're talking about AI agents. I get it. The OpenAI verified it. How did the stablecoin USDC component come into play in the system? And once again, as Caroline mentioned, USDC is a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, and this serves as a medium of exchange within the app that powers this near instant low cost transactions because of the stability in its value. And again, this is something that is extremely crucial for both the freelancer and the client operating in different regions where you don't have to have this verification or trust. It is absolutely done in a trustless manner. And then finally, I mentioned the term smart contract, which may be unfamiliar to some folks, but the smart contract actually is a simple functionality, and this will be something that's very familiar to your developers on any platform. And it's really to make sure that there are three functions that happened. There was a deposit function when the client actually initiated the work request that was deposited. There was the release function once the work was verified and that amount was shared or actually sent to the freelancer. And you didn't see this in the demo, but if for some reason that work was picked up by the freelancer, but it wasn't up to standard quality, it did not meet the agreement components, there is an actual function that can be called in the webhook to revert that amount that was held in the escrow. So again, the client does not have to put any risk in there. The AI agent could validate it. If the AI agent says, nope, the work is no good, the amount is automatically reverted back to the client and no money is lost in this process. So once again, the benefits of using this AI and USDC powered payment system is really in the advantage of speed, cost effectiveness, automation, and trust. And if you are interested in playing around with this tooling, Circle.com, we actually have a Replit repo where your developer can remix and play around with the code. Thank you very much.